Hello everyone, my name is Meet Desai and today we are going to learn about how to synthesize para-nitroacetanilide from acetanilide. So the aim of today's experiment is synthesis of para-nitroacetanilide from acetanilide. The apparatus which we are going to use for this synthesis are conical flask, beaker, pipette, glass rod and Buckner funnel. First of all, we have to wash all the apparatus with the distilled water and we have to dry it properly. The chemical reagents which we are using in this synthesis are acetanilide, glacial acetic acid, concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. The principle behind today's experiment is here the electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction takes place of the nitronium ion at para position of the acetanilide more than the eartho position due to the steric hindrance into the structure. The nitronium ion is the electrophile generates from fuming nitric acid in presence of the fuming sulfuric acid. The reaction for the following synthesis is as follows. When the acetanilide is treated with fuming sulfuric acid and fuming nitric acid, ortho and para position of nitroacetanilide is obtained and the major product is para-nitroacetanilide as there is no steric hindrance into the structure. The mechanism of the reaction is as follows. Here first of all the nitric acid is treated with the sulfuric acid and the reaction between them results in the formation of an electrophilic nitronium ion which is NO2 plus, and that nitronium ion gets attached at the ortho and para position of the acetanilide. The doubly bonded carbon of the benzene ring gets attacked by the nitronium ion which get attached at the para position and forms the para-nitroacetanilide by leaving the proton ion and completing the double bonded of the benzene. The procedure for the synthesis of this reaction is as follows. First of all, dry acetanilide approximately 25 gram is added into a beaker and in that glacial acetic acid approximately 25 ml is added, and in that concentrated sulfuric acid is added of about 50 ml slowly with constant stirring to obtain the clear solution. We have to note that all the acetanilide must be dissolved completely into the solution. Then place the beaker in a freezing mixture of ice and salt to cool the solution below 5 degrees Celsius as it is an exothermic reaction. Then add a cool mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid dropwise with constant stirring to a reaction mixture while maintaining the temperature below 5 degrees Celsius. After adding all the mixed acid, remove the beaker from the freezing mixture and keep it for 1 hour at room temperature. Here the conical flask having the acetanilide, glacial acetic acid and concentrated H2SO4 is kept in a freezing mixture of ice, and in that slowly nitrating mixture is added. Nitrating mixture is the concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid. Then pour the reaction mixture into a cold ice water to obtain the crude product of para-nitroacetanilide. Filter it on suction, wash with cold water till free from the acid and recrystallize the pale yellow product from ethanol to get colorless crystalline solid. It is very important to note the material safety datasheet of each and every reagent which we are using in the synthesis. So the MSDS of the acetanilide is when it comes in contact with the eye, it may cause irritation. When it comes in contact with the skin, it may cause irritation, may cause skin sensitization and allergic reaction which becomes evident upon re-exposure to this material. If ingested, it is harmful, may cause irritation of the digestive tract, may cause kidney damage. If inhaled, it may cause respiratory tract irritation, and the chronic exposure may cause effects similar to those of acute exposure. The MSDS of glacial acetic acid is when it comes in contact with the eye, it causes eye irritation. Contact with liquid or vapor causes severe burns and possible irreversible eye damage. Skin causes skin burns, may be harmful if absorbed through the skin. If ingested, may cause severe and permanent damage to the digestive tract, causes severe pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea and shock, may cause polyuria, oliguria and anuria. If inhaled, effects may be delayed, causes chemical burns to the respiratory tract, exposure may lead to bronchitis, pharyngitis and dental erosion, may be absorbed through the lungs. The MSDS of the concentrated sulfuric acid is, when it comes in contact with the eye, immediate pain, severe burns and corneal damage which may result in permanent blindness. Skin contact causes burns and brownish or yellow stain. Concentrated solution may cause second or third degree burns with severe necrosis. Prolonged and repeated exposure to dilute solutions may cause irritation, redness, pain and drying and cracking of the skin. Inhalation causes respiratory irritation and at high concentration may cause severe injury, burns or death. Effect of exposure may be delayed. Ingestion causes severe irritations or burns of the mouth, throat and esophagus. So if when concentrated sulfuric acid comes in contact with the skin, wash the skin with tap water or running water and allow it to settle down for some times. Now we will move towards the last part of our experiment, and that is calculation. For calculation, we need the molecular weight of the acetanilide and the para-nitroacetanilide. The molecular weight of the acetanilide is 135 gram per mole and the molecular weight of the para-nitroacetanilide is 180 gram per mole. So first of all, we have to find the theoretical yield of the synthesis. If 135 gram of the acetanilide forms 180 gram of the para-nitroacetanilide, therefore 25 gram of the acetanilide which we have used in the synthesis will form how many gram of the para-nitroacetanilide? So that will give us the 33.33 gram of the para-nitroacetanilide. That will be the theoretical yield of the synthesis. The practical yield of the synthesis is which we will get when we dry the product and weigh the product. The weight of the final product is the practical yield of the product. To find out the percentage yield, we have to simply divide the practical yield with the theoretical yield and multiply it with the 100. The answer obtained is the final result of the synthesis. Thank you so much.